Now we're going to talk about one of the longest running music shows in the history of Northern Ireland. The Showband Show. Do you come here often? The man behind it is sitting beside me, and it's George Jones. How are you, sir?
I'm fine. I'd rather be behind it than in front of it.
So it's a record-breaking show.
Well, long and way above our wildest dreams, Robin. We thought, it started really about 20 years ago. I was on BBC at the time, and I thought to myself, 2 hours, I could really do what I wanted in those days, not like today. And for 2 hours, I talked about nothing but dance halls and show bands, and the fact that there was over 800 show bands in Ireland at one stage.
Wow.
And a dance hall in every village in Ireland, plus so many in the towns and cities, of course. The 2 hours, the phones never stopped. So I said to myself, this is something really different, you know. So I left it anyway. A couple of months later, tried the same thing, and this time the phones leapt off the hooks. But the guys of the original show bands were all calling in, they were listening. Hey, we're still around, we're still playing, loving what we're hearing, we remember this. So eventually I got the sort of bell or the light bulb ding, you know, because I went round to David Hall. I says, David, we got to put this on stage. The whole idea, the ethic of the show was to bring back the original stars, the Dickie Rocks, Brendan Boyers, Joe Dolan's, the Pacific, all the big bands, and we wouldn't do it unless we got the original stars. Once we had got them all signing up and they found it was a real buzz to do it, they were queuing up to come on. Little did we know that the crowd just wanted it and wanted it and wanted it. So we've ran it an extra 5 years, but now we've decided, sadly, you know, we've lost so many great show band stars. And holding by the adage of the show, we wanted to keep it original. If we couldn't get the original stars, then we were running out of a show. And literally, that's it. But to call it a phenomena is literally an understatement. We never realised it was going to last this long.
And for you to have been there right from the start of the kind of show band era as well.
I had heroin and stuff. I really did.
It was an important time for music and history throughout Ireland, wasn't it? So it must be pretty special to know that you were there.
Show bands as a name started really at the end of the 50s and went right through the 60s, and it became a multi-million pound business. So one of the reasons I think for the success of this show, there was a huge 30-year void of people wondering where their idols went, like Dickie Rock, Joe Dolan. They'd never heard of them, and suddenly we brought them back. And it was as if that 30 years didn't exist.
Exactly,
And suddenly they were there in the waterfront watching Dickie Rock again, and they were nudging their friends. Do you remember we used to dance to him? And all the memories just came flooding back. That's been the main secret. We didn't just make a musical show, we made a musical, memories and comedy show. So they laugh, they get the memories, and they get the music.
Excellent. And of course, way back in the show band when they first started, lots of our top musicians, people like Henry McCulloch, actually started in show band. Van Morrison, didn't they?
They all did. Rory Gallagher.
Wow.
They all did. Absolutely.
And you were there mixing with those guys. You know Van, you know.
Well, Van and I grew up together. I mean, that's known fact. We went to school together. We had our first show band in 1958. 59, and I think we were the first band to leave Northern Ireland to play in Germany at the same time as the Beatles.
Brilliant.
We were there. But I'll give you stories of things that happened. I came back from Germany with the Monarch show band, and we all sort of split up, went our separate ways, and the rest is history. Of course, Van went on to do the Maritime and them and stuff. But my father said to me one time flippantly, he says, I want you to teach my partner's grandson, he had a business partner, how to play the guitar. I said, no, I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean? It's, you know, he says, I want you to do it for me as a favour. He says he's in the summer holidays off school, he's only 11, and that was Gary Moore.
Wow.
You know, and another story, you just mentioned him. We were playing in Cork with the Dave Glover show band, and Dave Glover was one of the biggest bands next to the Freshmen in Cork itself. We had 3,500 people in the Arcadia ballroom. Me and the drummer went out for something to eat. We weren't on to 11, but for some reason we came back early that night. As I was walking back to the Arcadia ballroom, I heard this most amazing blues sound from the depths of Ireland. Like, coming from Germany, I loved it all. I said, let's go and hear this. And there was 3 kids on stage dancing round, one with long hair, guitar. And I went down to him and I said, look, I said, where are you from? He says, I'm from Cork. I says, well, look, get out of here. Get over to London. There's a new blues scene starting because it was changing from the Beatles to the Stones and John Mayall and all that. I says, if you can't get to London, get up to Belfast. There's a club called the Maritime, and a mate of mine called Van Morrison has started a band called Them. It's all blues. I says, take my number, and if you help. 2 weeks later, he phoned me. I put him in touch with a few people, and that was Rory Gallagher.
Wow, what a great story.
You know, so the stories that emanate from those wonderful years of music are just amazing.
Brilliant.
You know, absolutely.
So I suppose over Christmas there isn't much time off because you're getting ready for the tour.
Well, we don't start officially until the 27th. The first gig actually is Castleblaney.
Right.
And then we move into the waterfront for 3 nights, 28th, 29th, 30th. And then we take it up to Derry, the Millennium Forum for 3 nights, and then we go down to Dublin. And that's it wrapped. It'll be a sad time, it really will.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So next year you've got the big Grand Opera House shows?
It starts the tour of 10 days, rock and roll years and dance hall days. It's more nostalgia. It starts on the 21st of January, right after we finish the show bands in the Opera House.
Brilliant. And Club Sound are still busy?
Club, 46 years, old man, but still rocking.
Great stuff, George. It's been great having you on the show.
You too,
Thank
Rob.
you so much
Great.
for joining
Thanks
us.
for having
Thank
me.
you.
Happy Christmas
Happy
Day.
Christmas. Thank you.